ഒരിക്കലും പൊറുക്കില്ല.
ഇപ്പോൾ സീതാറാം യെച്ചൂരി മാധ്യമങ്ങളെ കാണുകയാണ് തത്സമയ സംപ്രേഷണത്തിൽ.
And the people is to isolate and defeat the BJP. This is their foremost task in order to safeguard the character of the Indian Republic, to advance the interests of the working people in our country, and to uphold and safeguard the Indian Constitution, which is being violated and undermined with impunity. So in order to achieve this, the draft political resolution has proposed to the party Congress that the first task is that's required to be done is to strengthen ourselves, that is the CPIM, in a very substantial manner, so that our political intervention capacities can grow. On that basis, to strengthen the unity of the left parties, the left forces, and then forge a left and democratic alternative of forces, which is not necessarily only political parties, of course political parties plus the social movements, people's movements, etc., who are willing to come together on an alternative program, policy program, alternative to what the current ruling classes are adopting. And then on that basis to forge the broadest possible mobilization of all secular forces to take on the Hindutva challenge. This is the four-pronged approach that we have suggested, which is not sequential, but it is simultaneous. All these four aspects should be done simultaneously, and that is how to achieve this objective, to isolate and defeat the BJP. So as I said, on that the discussions are continuing, and in the meanwhile the BJP government and the Prime Minister are busy. Now it's come up with I think the latest, after hijab is now the halal, and after halal now they've come up with the azan. So it is only these divisive forces, in order to sharpen communal polarization, that is their only agenda. The real agenda is, in the meanwhile, while diverting the attention of the people onto such communal polarization, sharpening of communal polarization, they continuously impose greater burdens on the people, and the one in the immediate instance, it is the issue of daily hikes in the prices of petroleum products that has already spiraled an inflationary upsurge in the country that is ruining both the economy and the lives of the people, livelihoods of the people. So we have demanded, in a separate resolution that is circulated to you, we have demanded that immediately the central government should withdraw all the additional taxes it has imposed. It has imposed a very high degree of cess and surcharges on petroleum products. Now, cess and surcharges are categories that are not shareable with the state governments. So the entire revenue goes purely to the central government. And because of these hikes, the prices of petroleum products are high, much beyond the rising international crude prices. So we are asking for the withdrawal of the cess and surcharges, these additional taxes. And for resource mobilization, we say you tax the rich, you have a super rich tax, when you consider that, instead of giving corporate concessions that they continue to give. Even in the pandemic year, last year, they gave a corporate tax concession of 8%. And they collect their revenue through these hikes in petroleum prices from the people. That is, benefit the rich and squeeze the people with higher prices for your revenue. That is not acceptable. So withdraw these additional taxes and reduce the prices of petroleum products. That is the concrete demand that has been made through this resolution, which is circulated here. We are happy and very, respectfully we acknowledge the fact that 40 international communist and workers' parties have sent their greetings, fraternal greetings of solidarity to this party congress. The list has been enclosed, that is circulated to you. And to all these parties, we express our grateful, not merely thanks, but our revolutionary salutes. Because this, what is happening in the world today, a joint, combined effort of all contingents of the communist parties in the world, will have to be built up and strengthened to face the onslaught and assault of both this neoliberal economic offensive and the aggressive manner in which USA and US imperialism wants to further strengthen its hegemony over the world. So in this direction, we think these fraternal messages are a great source of support and inspiration, and we convey our solidarity to them in their countries in order to strengthen their links with their working people, like they have wished us the best of efforts to strengthen our links with the Indian working people. So this, in sum and short, I am not going into the gist of our draft political resolution, because that you heard and reported yesterday, that all of you know. And so now, I'd rather be brief, so you please... it is all explicitly said there. It is written there. What I had said is, the challenge of Hindutva, the challenge of this sharpening communal polarization, and the defense of India's secular democratic character can only be done through an uncompromising commitment to secularism. Any prevarication or any compromising approach will only lead to strengthening them further, and that will also lead to danger for the parties who are taking such compromising, prevaricating positions, that their own people will start shifting towards the BJP. That I have said in my speech yesterday, in written form, as experience has shown. So that is what all these parties have to set their houses in order. They have to be clear how they are going to combat these forces. We are saying our experience shows it has to be an uncompromising commitment to secularism, as we in practice are showing where we are in government in Kerala, our uncompromising commitment to secularism. So it's in that way they have to put their house in order. When did the CPIM have? I'm sorry, JP movement, we did not join the JP movement. We gave... Thank you for informing me about my party. You seem to be... you seem to be more knowledgeable than I didn't know you were in the part of the Central Committee then and subsequently resigned or something. But the point is, that is not the reason. And never has it been that we have been associated with these communal forces. In the fight against the emergency, they also fought, we also fought. If you follow your own history, you will also know when VP Singh became the Prime Minister, a combination was worked out called the National Front, Left Front. National Front was why we did not join, because the BJP was present. Why was it that VP Singh had to be supported from one side by the left and one side by the BJP? Because the left said, we will not support you if BJP joins your government. Till date, you can ask Mr. Advani, he still, I'm sure, remembers those days. There used to be weekly dinners that the Prime Minister VP Singh would have, once with the left leaders, once with the BJP leaders. Such is the history, and please, for heaven's sake, we all know. I mean, we don't have I don't want to name the Congress leaders who have gone into the BJP now. The Congress is such a great party of commitment, never went with the BJP. Why is the plethora of their leaders leaving and joining BJP? Tell me, you know more about them or about me. Why are the leaders of the Congress leaving the Congress and going to the BJP? We don't want that. Country doesn't want that. But why is that happening? That is what they have to set their house in order.
Comrade, you're repeatedly asking, talking about defeating BJP and forming a secular democratic front in the national level. How is it possible without the participation of Congress? Because your party's strength is minimized in Kerala alone. In West Bengal, in Tripura, you have low strength.
You are asking me a question on something I never said. Did I say it will be there possible without the Congress?
Actually,
Did I say it will be possible with the Congress?
No, but
I said we want the maximum mobilization, the broadest mobilization of secular forces.
But you are not making a clear statement. What is your stand on?
But how do I know what those secular forces want?
Why you are not inviting Congress wholeheartedly?
Because we have invited and they have refused in Kerala. We invited Shashi Tharoor. He was asked not to participate. We invited Manishankar Iyer. He was told not to go and participate.
That is regarding
We invited
the seminar.
Mr. K.V. Thomas. I don't know what he's going to do. But all of them have told not to participate. So when we invite and they refuse to participate, your charge is, why am I not inviting?
No.
It makes any sense?
My question is not regarding the seminar. Into this front, why you are not welcoming Congress? Why you are not making a clear statement?
Yes, today's seminar is on secularism. This front is for fighting for secularism. If on a seminar on secularism they refuse to attend, what does that mean? It doesn't require big common sense to understand what it means. So why are you charging us as not inviting? This front is for safeguarding secularism. On secularism, they say they don't want to come. Then what do we say?
You are talking about Hindutva agenda should be defeated, and at the same time you are appeasing minority.
I'm sorry?
On the one hand, you are talking about the Hindutva agenda should be defeated, and on the other hand, your party is appeasing minority.
Who told you?
Yeah, that is happening in Kerala.
Who told you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you read?
Everybody knows that, comrade.
I think we'll make available an audio video
Sitaram
version.
Yechury മാധ്യമങ്ങളെ കാണുകയാണ്. കണ്ണൂരിൽ പാർട്ടിയെ ശക്തിപ്പെടുത്തുക എന്നതിനാണ് ആദ്യ പരിഗണനയെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു. ഒപ്പം പെട്രോളിയം അധിക നികുതി പിൻവലിക്കണമെന്നും അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു.